Hey everybody. One second. I gotta set up the Botrick spot. uh okay. So many bots. I have to set up. I keep saying I'm gonna set up stuff. Maybe I'll do that tonight on stream. Just chill and set up bots. Set up commands. Alright, let me make my post letting people know that I'm live. Alrighty. Got an ad progressing. Hello, chat. How's everybody doing today? I know it's late. Just thought I'd have a short stream to chill out, hang out. Ah. Okay. Okay. That took longer than it should have. How has I guess asking how the week's been kind of redundant. Uh, gonna do. Okay. Okay. Whoop. Hello, chat. Hello. We haven't really talked. It's been a hectic week for me. I've been trying to de-stress by reading and letting myself get lost in stories and stuff. And I haven't been doing as much writing as I wanted to be doing because it's November, so I should be writing every day. But I just haven't really been able to get my energy up. I don't know if it's this new medicine that I'm taking or what's going on, but I've just been like off my game. Like I had to end my stream early on Monday. Even, you know, that's not the button I wanted at all. No, come on, do what I want you. Oh my gosh. There we go. Cool. All right. So yeah, I've been doing a lot of reading and kind of getting lost in it. And I've been like doing the thing where I stay up super late reading and then I sleep all during the day. And the week just flew by. And I even canceled playing Lancer on Tuesday because I was so out of it because I hadn't slept. And then there was the whole election thing, which I'm not going to get into. Yeah, I was just really tired, but I'm finally starting to get a handle on things. And I was just, just doing life, And then Friday rolled around. And I was just going to sleep till get ready for stream. And I had forgotten to put in my calendar that we had rescheduled the raft stream for today. So our monthly raft collab was today instead of last week. And so I woke up and I'm like checking the time because like I woke up. I was going to wake up around like 6:30 or 7, right? And I was going to be like, let's check the time. And I check the time and I see there's stuff in our raft chat. And someone's like, oh, remember, stream starts at such time today. And normally the streams have been starting at 6 p.m. EST and going from 6 to 9. And then my stream starts at 9:30 or 10. But today we started at 7 and went from 7 to 10. And then I was like, just not ready to start at 10:30, so I started at 11, but I was running late. But yeah, and that's why I'm here so late. I know this isn't the normal time for me at all. If you're watching on YouTube, please be sure to like the stream. It helps the algorithm with getting it out to more people, and I really appreciate it. What about all of you, chat? Did anything fun happen for you this week? Anything good that's worth, that, you feel like is worth talking about? So I want to go over some things. Some ideas I had for some story stuff. And but yeah, it's been just like going through stuff. And you know what really helped? It's really funny. Did you know, you remember how the actor who played Steve, I think his name is Steve in real life, from Blue's Clues, he did that video during the pandemic, right? Like early in the pandemic, or like partway through the pandemic, where he was like, the whole "I'm proud of you" and all of that stuff. And there was that meme going around. It's like, in the middle of all of this stuff going on, Steve said, "I must address the nation." And after the stuff happened with the election, I saw someone posted a thing where they were like, he released another video, and he didn't say much in the video. He didn't say anything in the video. It was just him standing at a fence. Like, it was a really cool thing, of just like a moment of silence to just kind of sigh and just be like, well, here we are, right? And I looked it up, and he has a TikTok, right? And I'm kind of, I watch TikTok every once in a while. But I was looking through his TikTok, right? And he has some of these things where like, he like walks up and it's a role play, like he's talking to you, right? Like he's checking up on you. And he just like walks up, he's like, "Hey, how you doing?" And then he just kind of stays silent and makes listening noises like, really? I don't think he says really, but he's like actively listening, even, and it's like, it's supposed to create this environment where you can say whatever to him. And then like after a little bit, because the TikToks can only be like a minute long or whatever, right? And he's like, "Well, it's good to hear from you. You're looking good. And just wanted to check up on you," or something like that, right? And I saw one of those, and it's such a simple idea, right? But because of like the attachment that so many people have to him, right? And he just has this air of just like being concerned and caring about people, that like it makes it really easy to open up to him. And like I found for myself, it was helpful for me to say a lot of things that I wouldn't say to other people, right? And that really helped me a lot. And I don't know, part of me wonders if I want to do videos like that myself, right? Or like do a recording of like me giving like positive affirmations or something for people. I don't know, just thoughts of like what people would enjoy, and what kind of stuff would happen, you know? But yeah, just trying to figure stuff out. It's the world's in a really interesting place right now. Um, I watched Critical Role last night. I wasn't really paying attention. I'm not super attached to Vox Machina, so I don't really have a big attachment to the characters because I didn't really watch Campaign 1. So I was doing other stuff while I was watching it. And I was still keeping up with most of what's happening because it was a lot of like interaction, preparation, and then like there was the stuff when they interacted with Xandis, and then them storming the key and all the stuff as they were like trying to get there. So there was a lot of stuff there, which was really interesting. And but I wasn't super paying attention because I was like reading other stuff at the same time. And yeah, that was, it was interesting to be kind of like not as plugged in. But it was still cool, you know. And it's just stuff, you know. Yeah, I I want to do more stuff with my time than just get lost reading. I've been trying to resist ordering out like so much because I don't like, my temporary disability got cut off, so like I need to make my money stretch. And normally I spend a big chunk of my money on ordering out as like kind of a de-stressor thing to be like, well, I'm gonna order out and treat myself, right? But it's weird not having that, right? But I have to make sure I have money for next month because I don't know if I'm gonna get money back. It's scary dealing with that. Part of me keeps saying one time ordering like one burger. Like I went to Burger King one time, but that wasn't ordering out. That was because I was already out and someone was like, "Do you want to go to Burger King?" And I said, "Sure." But like delivery fees are so brutal, right? So there's part of me that's like ordering one time wouldn't hurt, but then I would want to do it another time or something. And but how is everybody else? I know there's a lot going on, especially for the US people. I think I think one of the big things that we can do is take care of each other. There was a, let me, hey Jesus, how are you doing? Just hanging out, just chilling. Just chilling. How are you doing, Jesus? Oh, that's so funny, Jesus. A ROM hack that replaced all Pokemon with Yu-Gi-Oh monsters. Wow, that sounds interesting. Now I'm wondering about like if you could do some version of that, but then replace like all of the Pokemon with like Gundams or something. Use like the sprites from Super Robot Wars or something. That could be interesting. It'd be really interesting. You say you can't really walk? Did you get hurt? Sounds like quite the team. Oh, okay. Yeah, it's been a bit of a stressful week here in the States. But just doing the best we can. But have you been getting any writing done, Jesus? Oh, you were working on a. I don't remember if you said you were working on a game. I think you're working on the Mon game, right? The Gridmon, yeah. How's that going? Nice. I'm happy for you. If you're watching on YouTube, anyone watching on YouTube, if you could give the stream a like, it really would help out with getting it in front of other people and getting other viewers in. But yeah, that's great. Yeah, I've been reading a lot. Um, which has been like, it's been okay, but then when you get lost in stuff and then you don't have time to do the things you want to do, like writing or gaming and stuff, because you get so sucked into something, it can be really frustrating. And sometimes you feel like, I felt like I've let my friends down this week, just because I've gotten so caught up with reading that I was just too tired to do anything else. And then with trying to do everything with like going voting on Tuesday and just, yeah. Yeah. Embraced your heritage. I love it. I love it. Yeah. But that's the thing when you get like lost in stuff. Uh it's real easy to just like when everything around you is going so bad. Um it's really easy to just like lose track of everything else and disconnect. Ooh, solo RPG session. What system you gonna be doing? Let me just check in something real quick because it bugged me. Gonna have Mythic GM it? Okay. Ooh, that's interesting. Now that I've read the Mecha Hack and seen how simple and rules light of a system it is, there's part of me that's been thinking of doing like a test solo thing myself using the Mythic GM system with the Mecha Hack. And like when I was originally planning the Everyone is John campaign about John Chat, I was thinking maybe instead of me planning out like things to use Mythic GM and try to like let the story write itself. You know what I mean? Um but mhm. Yeah, that's the thing. I would still end up doing so much planning. And that's the thing. Like, I would end up doing so much planning that, like, it almost wouldn't be worth it. um, like, at that point, I'd almost have to plan more. uh... Hmm. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, okay. Slide that over. Ah. Hey, Oku-sen, how are you doing? I'm surprised you're not at work. I welcome the lurk, Oku-sen. Just kind of chilling tonight. Oh. Mm-hmm. Oh, you are at work. Yeah, that's part of it, Jesus. Um, like, uh, there's a lot of stuff. Let me open up the Mythic system. Let me pop that open real quick. You gotta look at that. But yeah. Ah. Ugh. What is interesting is that, like, with Mythic, I don't know, like, I could do, so there's this thing that I found online. Let me find it again. UNE, Universal NPC Emulator, right? That, like, has a whole thing for developing NPCs. Oh, that's a shame. So UNE, Universal NPC Emulator, is interesting because it gives you like different descriptive words to describe what your NPC looks like. Or not looks like, but what they are, right? Not like race or anything, but it's like you develop their motivation or their or like stuff, like an NPC noun that's something that describes them, and their power level compared to the player, and motivations. There was, hold on, I think there was. Yeah, because it was on, yeah, but I could use something like that to like generate NPCs. Someone made a web app for it where like oh, this is not working. Huh. Oh, never mind. Oh well, I thought I found something, a really cool tool that I could use to just like quickly generate NPCs, because I thought I'd found one of those forever ago. But it did not do anything. Oh well. Oh, there we go. I did find one. I did find one. Ooh, okay. Random list level. Yeah, so Universal NPC Generator is a cool one because it's very, it's system agnostic. It can be used in a lot of different ways, but the thing is, it requires a lot of dice rolls, which is why I would love to find a tool that just had all of the percentages already built in. Like there's so many, like if you look at this for creating an NPC with the with the with the NPC creator is that like you have to roll, it's mostly D100s. You have to roll once for the NPC modifier, once for the NPC noun, make a simple sentence out of those two, and then roll for power level, and then roll for, so it's like, so that's 2 already, 3 for power level, then 4 for motivational, 1 for motivational verb, and 1 for motivational noun, and then make a sentence out of that. So that's already 5 D100 rolls. And that's just a lot to do, you know, every time you want to make a new NPC. So if there was just a random generator where it's like you run into a random NPC, right? And I'm just like, boop, like here. Let me see if I can switch over. Hold on, okay. Let me close this. Let me bookmark this real quick. Oh, what are you gonna program, Jesus? Oh no. Let me change screens real quick so you can see what I'm looking at. Whoop. Whoop, 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 whoop. Whoop. An NPC maker? Okay. So this is a thing that I just found because I was just looking around. It rolls for the descriptor of the first value and the noun. This is the modifier, the noun, power level, motivation, type, and mood, which I think is yeah. So let's see. I'm gonna see if you all can see this. Can you all see this on the screen? Yes, you can. Okay. So this random motivation is a solemn judge with power level comparable to the characters. His motivation is he wants to aid dissidents, discover criminals, depress laziness. He's hated and sociable, which is really funny. So he likes spending time with people, but no one likes spending time with him. And he wants to discuss the hostile character, which is where you get the where do they get hostile? Okay. The hostile character wants to speaks of destruction regarding rewards. Ooh, that's interesting. Hostile is one of the relationships. So it's like, boom, got a whole character, right? So some solemn judge. Yeah, it's really silly because so then you get a judge who, like, if you were trying to make this into a character, right? You have a very solemn and devoted judge, but maybe he believes in the law, but he believes the people who are that's a good one, Jesus. Maybe he believes that the system is, maybe not the system is broken, but that the people in power are abusing the system, right? Which he believes is being caused by their laziness. The people in power are lazy and they are abusing the system and twisting it. So he wants to discover the criminals that are twisting the system because of their laziness. And, but secretly, he aids dissonance. The motivation to aid dissonance might be a secret motivation. So when he's not the solemn judge, he's actually a rebel, aiding dissonance, and but he has to keep up this facade of being the solemn judge, right? But he's hostile to the party, so maybe he thinks the players are part of the problem, and he speaks of destruction regarding rewards. Someone wants a reward, and he's like, if you maybe he's hostile to the party, but he wants to cause. He's offering a reward for destruction because it's some good trouble. Yes. So something like this, where it's really, this is why I like Universal NPC Generator. It is so generic that like you can string these things together. And like in the PDF, I'm very glad that the PDF for Universal NPC Generator is like pay what you want. So I was able to get it off of DriveThruRPG. And it was like, it suggests that like if you're trying to create an adventure to like generate a bunch of random NPCs, and then like to just run this a bunch of times to go through it, and then try figuring out how these characters are connected, and then what kind of story that builds together, right? What kind of story that builds, and these characters. And remember, these characters you're creating are the non-player characters. They are the enemies. They are the allies. And then so it's like, what role will the players play in that setting with those characters, right? I like this one. I want to use this judge. I want to use this judge. I'll put my notes. Could I use this in the John chat story? Oh, by the way, so I was talking to Okusen about this, and Okusen was like, I'm surprised you didn't use some silly spelling for the main character of the Everyone is John campaign. And I'm like, I've kind of moved away from doing that, but I was like, you know, that could be really fun to do. So I decided, instead of, hold on, let me, did I write it down on here? Instead of it being, let me change things so you can see what I did. Instead of it being Sergeant John Chat spelled like you'd expect, John Chat, I was like, what if it's spelled like this with a G? So it's John, and then it's like actually chatta. It looks like it's chatty or chatta, but it's pronounced chat. Also, fun thing about the whole John Chat thing, on the Discord, I created a special channel. You all should theoretically be able to see it. Which I gotta The Adventures of Sergeant John Chat. I have to change the name on there. And I made a channel, a text channel on there for lore suggestions. So if anybody has any ideas or thoughts they want to see in the John Chat story, or suggestions, they can throw them in there. I'm not going to use everything, but I will try to read everything. I'll probably put up a write-up of the base stuff of the world later. But about Planet Nabiru. Okay, so let's work on this character. Unnamed Solemn Judge. Got to come up with a name for them at some point. Okay, so let's look at this again. I'll just label this as 1. Actually, I'm gonna generate 5 of them. And then I'm gonna try to string them together into something. Gonna generate 5 of them. And see what we can come up with. All right. Whoop. So that's the first one. Whoop. Oh, you can have multiple motivation rolls. Okay, that's cool. Roll again. Cool. Ha! What? 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 Oh, that's so rich. A generous hitman. Nice. So that's 2. All right, let's do 3. They're all power level comparable. I don't know if I have to do something to change that. It's supposed to be random, but it's having 3 of them with comparable power level. I'll probably play with that. Let me see something in the document. What does randomness level check? Okay, no, I don't want to do that. Mode, bearing, MP. Oh, let me see what power level. Power level should be. Oh. Oh, you're right. So randomness level changes how wide the variance is. Okay. Okay. I just looked at the thing in the actual PDF. Randomness level. Let me see. Does it affect anything else? Nope. So it doesn't have bearing and focus, which I'm not. Oh, that's what those are. Those are bearing and focus. Okay, so it does have everything. But yeah, randomness level determines, let me see, how chaotic it's going to be. I have randomness level 1, which most of it between 11 and 90 is comparable. Okay. Whoops. I want chaos. Mwahaha. Yeah, let's go for randomness level 5. Okay. Let's try that again. Let me do this one. Careful astrologer. Okay. Okay. Yeah, there we go. Now the power level has some variance. Unconcerned entertainer. Publicize advice. Suppress the government. Distrustful and cautious. Ooh, so got an unstable entertainer. Okay, last one. Ooh, much stronger. Ooh, touchy expert. Possess that. What's that even mean? What does that even mean? Oh, what does that even mean? Okay. But you were right. Comparable is the highest on the randomness setting I had it set for. Friendly, peaceful, distrustful, hostile. Oh, okay. So the first one is the relationship to the party. Okay. Okay. The mood, they combine 2 tables because that is uh okay. Okay. All right. All right, we've got our We've got our 5 characters. Let's slap them together. Okay. We were already talking about this this character. So I'll start with this one. Okay. Still don't have a name for him. That's okay. Might be a woman. That could be interesting. A female judge. Okay. Okay. They're hostile to the party. Believes that law and order are needed for society, but that someone in power is abusing the system. Aiding rebel groups. Believes that law and order are needed for society, but that someone in power is abusing the system in order to facilitate their own laziness. On the surface, they are a solemn judge that seeks to discover criminals and cannot stand rule breaking in any fashion, but in secret, they are aiding rebel groups, trying to root out who is abusing the system and bring them to justice. They they're hostile towards the party, believing them to be, speaking of the rewards being offered for the party's destruction. So we got a rebel judge. Don't know where I'm putting that character, but it's a character. Okay. Next one. Oh. All right. That one came together okay. All right. This one's gonna be interesting. So we've got a generous hitman who wants to access prosperity, construct academia, and damage greed. Loved and sociable, inquisitive related to the party, but talks about petition regarding last action. Okay, so we've got, this is gonna be our hitman with a heart of gold. This is gonna be the big scary hitman with a heart of gold. Yeah. Because no hitman is going to be publicly known as a hitman, right? So they have to have some kind of like a day job, right? Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. So what if the joke is that even in this world, teachers are not getting paid enough? And this teacher was so desperate to find, because I've known so many teachers that like they had to get a second job to pay their bills in order to keep teaching because they were passionate about teaching, right? They were passionate about teaching, but teaching just did not pay the bills, right? So what if this is a thing where like they're passionate about teaching and they just needed a job to pay the bills, and they got in over their head, got in with some dark people, and discovered they were just really good at being a hitman. And the damage greed. They only take contracts against people they believe deserve it. Kind of love this character. Yeah, it's a cool character. Discover they have a real talent as a hitman. Because access prosperity, exactly. Trying to get money to pay the bills. Haha, it all works. It's all coming together, Jesus. During the night, they take contracts to hunt the greedy and vile. Still keep teaching. Loved by their students and very sociable with their coworkers. Have healthy friendships. Then is their relation. Petition. So wants to discuss is like the relation to the party, right? They want to speak of some kind of petition regarding the last action. So this, they're inquisitive about the party. What if instead of a petition, it was like, what if it is a, maybe, could do a thing where like I know this is still, I don't know how we're going to string it together, right? I'm just building the characters, right? The party just did something, right? And because of some action, there is a petition for some kind of a change, right? So, they're like, people are going to be more alert or something. Cool. I like it. I like it. Hitman with a heart of gold. I like this one. Don't know where I'm going to put him, but like, let me save this real quick so I don't lose this. Okay. So what have we got here? Careful astrologer. All right. Careful astrologer. The motivations: plunder, discrimination. Okay. Abduct enemies. Develop myths. Oh, what? What? Okay. Develop myths is easy in that creating stories based around the things they see in the sky. Because this is astrologer, not astronomer. Let me check something real quick. Whee! Oh. Astrologer is someone who predicts the future or describes personality life traits based on the stars. Okay. So this is the mystical side, not the scientific side. This is the mystical side, not the scientific side. Okay. Okay. Friendly to the party, and they want to have some kind of a reliance because of whatever's currently happening. Loved and sociable. They want to plunder discrimination. So they want to rob discrimination. So they want to steal from people who discriminate against astrology. So they want some kind of thing which can lead into the abduct enemies and develop myths. Okay. But they're careful. Okay. Ooh, stringing stuff together. I have an idea. So what if the astrologer hires whenever like John Chat starts doing private jobs, right? The astrologer hires John Chat to abduct or take out one of his critics. The hitman, and whenever this happens, the solemn judge is hunting down the party for, hunting down John Chat for that, or for possibly being connected to that. And after that happens, there's a big community reaction which gets the attention of the generous hitman. Ooh. Let me do the other two, and then I'll come back to that. I'll come back to that. This is starting to form. So this is what the universal NPC thing suggests, is that like you craft these randomly generated characters, and then whenever you get enough of these characters, you figure out how they're connected, how they interconnect with each other, and from that interconnection, you weave a story for the players to interact with. This one might be interesting. Okay. Unconcerned entertainer. Oh, also, I have to do one other thing. Solemn, generous. So that's how they're generous. This person who's careful. Okay. All right, now let's do this unconcerned entertainer. Why is my... There we go. Okay. So here we got much weaker power level than the players. Cool. Or player, as it is. They're unconcerned. They're unbothered. They're unaffected. Okay, so this actor is unbothered by many things and uncaring about most goings on in the world. They want to reach out to and manipulate hateful people to do their bidding. They try to publicly give advice, abusing their position as an entertainer. They actively work to undermine the government regulations and advocate for restricting government aid. They are distrustful and cautious. Actually trusting anyone. In reality, they're completely insane and want to cause chaos. Okay. All right, so we've got the crazy actor or actress, whatever. All right, last one. Touchy expert. Alrighty. Here we go. Power level much stronger. Possess deprivation. Patronize narcissism. Operate pleasure. This one's a hard one, chat. Okay. But they're touchy. So they're like very sensitive to things, but they're very strong. They're very strong and deadly, and they're an expert at whatever they do. Well, if this is going to be maybe a rival character, this could be kind of a recurring villain of some kind. What do you think, chat? What do you think? I've got an ad break running on Twitch. All right. I'm hungry again. Oh my gosh. stream's already been going for almost 2 hour 40 minutes. Oh my gosh. Okay. This one's a hard one. So if this is a rival character, got to be a mech pilot, right? Expert mech pilot, very deadly. Possess deprivation. So they want to own the ability to take things from people. Okay. They want to patronize the narcissistic. And they want to use pleasure. Could be a femme fatale, right? A femme fatale that wants to take from her enemies. That like, will play word games and play, not word games, but play like, but like not like the kind of like, how do I put this? I use femme fatale because the idea of like someone who is, because this could also be like almost a himbo-ish type character, except really smart. So like, I don't know, is there a male version of the femme fatale, or is that just like evil bad guy? Like what? Shows what I know, right? Film fatalities. Oh my gosh. Come on, Google. Captions. Come on. Okay. Rival mech pilot. They enjoy watching the narcissistic and prideful crumble as they realize they are being toyed with. manipulating others on and off the battlefield. They're not above using pleasure as a tool to get what they want. Oh. Often hated by anyone that knows their true face. They're very cautious. And guarding a mutual contact. Okay. So how do I string this together, chat? How do I string these 5 characters together to make a story for our John chat? First, let me let me put this together a little bit. Okay, let me clean this up a little bit. Okay. We've got 5 characters. Three of them are comparable in power level to the player. One is much weaker and one is much stronger. So I think that's actually a pretty good spread, honestly. Okay. I'm hungry. I just got hungry. Okay. So. How does this all come together? So we could have an adventure where, because the party is John Chat, right? And whatever NPC party member I put fighting alongside him, right? If we have the instigator be the careful astrologer, right? Actually, I'll give these initials for now. SJ for solemn judge. GH for generous hitman. CA for careful astrologer. UE for unconcerned entertainer. And TE for touchy expert. Okay. So now we put this together. Okay. Let's put this together. So, we have a thing where the careful astrologer, CA, hires John Chat So the careful astrologer wants John Chat to do that job, right? And ooh, I got something. Because the first adventure is going to be fighting in the monster nest. And John Chat being invited to join the mercenary group, right? Okay. After John Chat helped clear out the monster nest and left to join the mercs, people started petitions to hire private mercs in place of standard army and entirely privatize the defense of the cities, right? So, after that happens, the GH will approach John about, like, do you understand what you've kicked off here, right? We'll approach. They know what they started. Okay, GH will approach. as a teacher, ask them if they know what they've started. Patronize narcissism. Okay. Okay, depending on that interaction, they may take a job to hunt John. So, So we have Careful Astronomer offers John Chat a job, or at least his company, a job to abduct one of their loudest critics, which will involve fighting into a facility and capturing them. Because of what John did in the first adventure, excuse me, people started petitions to hire private mercs in place of the standard army and entirely privatize the defense of the cities. Now, the solemn judge thinks that John is part of the problem, that his leap into the private sector is to avoid regulation and to abuse the system. He will set out a reward for destroying John, and then the generous hitman will approach John as a teacher undercover. And ask him if he knows what he has started. Depending on the interaction, they may take the job to hunt John. So that's going to be like, that could go either way, right? So we've got the CA, the SJ, and the GH involved so far. The target is the unconcerned entertainer. Okay. Yui is the target. So, mutual contact, regarding contacts. I'll say mutual. I'll say touchy expert. Contacts John before he leaves for the mission. I'm gonna just get notifications from Epic. I don't need those right now. Okay. Then the touchy expert will contact John before he leaves for the mission, lets him know that their contacts have told them that there is a hit out for him. They think it's funny, and depending on the interaction, may be either an enemy or an ally. If John is like critical of the TE's skills at all, that could be a really bad enemy to make, right? But as an ally, having someone who enjoys cutting down the narcissistic and takes joy out of tearing apart, depriving their enemies of everything that they care about, on and off the battlefield, that kind of like cruelty and dedication can make a powerful ally. Okay. And just like that, there's an adventure. There's an entire adventure, chat. Start to finish. Now, what the players do with this scenario, players being, I'm going to run this for chat if I do it. But what the party does in this scenario, like there's spaces for like, depending on things could happen, something could be an ally, something could be an enemy. Still have to design what's going to be defending the base and see with how the players will decide to attack the base. What the unconcerned entertainer is going to do as they're like in the middle of this. So they're confused by the last action. Why would they be confused by the last action? The last action was the at this point, if this is the second adventure, the last action would be the clearing out the monster nest. Maybe could say the unconcerned entertainer, during the battle will probably try to like negotiate with chat. We'll try to manipulate chat with words and be doing some stuff with like, I can't believe you cleared out that monster nest. If you'd only cleared it out a little bit, you could have got them to pay you more to keep clearing it out or keep driving them back or something. Or something. If they're pushing, okay. Unconcerned entertainer, UE, is trying to manipulate hateful people, give advice publicly, and get around government regulation and control. Probably just be confused that John ever worked for the military at all. Right? Okay. Cool. That actually came out really well. What do you think, chat? I realized I just revealed a bunch of plot things, but like, there's not really anybody here. The stream. Let me take a look at something. 10 views on YouTube. That's funny. But okay. Oh. So I just checked Twitter, and Amelie Monarch made a tweet about like with the VTuber awards coming up, and you can nominate people. And she's like, chat, you have the chance to do the funniest thing ever. And just as a picture of the nomination for best tech VTuber. That would be so funny if she just won best tech VTuber. Okay. I think tonight was fun. All right, everybody. Made some cool stuff. Gonna try that NPC generator sometime. The whole thing about making 5 NPCs and running with it is just really funny. Even if I don't use it. Oh. I think that came out really well. All right, let's get to just chatting screen. I guess Jesus must have bounced out. Oh, jeez. No. Blue Sky is rolling out the things to make it easier to make threads. That's nice. I think after the week I've had, I think chat, I think I deserve to get to order out one time this month. I could microwave something, but yeah. I think sometimes it's okay to treat yourself, you know? You have to cry tonight so you can conquer tomorrow. But it was good to see you all. It was good to see you, Jesus, and anyone else who was bouncing around in chat. I want you to know that I love all of you. I care about all of you, and I care about everyone. Yeah. And everyone who watches the VOD, I care about all of you and I love all of you. And I'm grateful to all of you. Thank you for coming. Thank you for being here. You are precious treasures of human beings. And I wish you all the best. I hope you know that you are valuable, you are loved, you matter. You make this world a better place. You're deserving of happiness and love and good things. Never forget the Star Hunter motto: shoot for the stars, have wonderful adventures, live your dreams, and always stop to enjoy the memes. If you're watching on YouTube, please like the stream. It helps the algorithm with getting it out to more people. If you're watching the VOD, leave a comment. I read them. Even if I don't get to respond to all of them, I appreciate reading them. Sorry, I was leaning to the side. I didn't realize until I switched screens how much it was making my model move, which is kind of what it's supposed to do. If you have any friends or neighbors or aunts or uncles, co-workers, anyone you think might enjoy my content, please feel free to show them my content and invite them to the next stream. Next stream is going to be, what's today? Friday? Yeah, today's Friday. Monday, 8:30 p.m. EST. Excuse me. I will see you all there. It was great having you all here. Oh, one last thing. You don't have to donate to be here. You're not expected to give money to be welcome here. I value your time, your attention, and your energy. With that said, I do appreciate the people who do donate to help make things possible for me, and I appreciate them very much. If you ever feel motivated to donate to help me out with anything, and it is financially safe and responsible for you to do so, there are links where you can do so in the description down below on YouTube, and the donate button on Twitch. On YouTube, there is a PayPal where you can do a one-time donation, and a Ko-fi where you can do either a one-time donation or a monthly donation. The thing is, for the monthly donations, there's not any rewards currently. Working on stuff, but not anything currently. So please be aware of that. It's just if you want to say there's a tangible way you support me and my content. The donate button on Twitch just takes you to Ko-fi. So, have a good night, everybody. And know that you are amazing.